we talked about great people, inspiring purpose, optimizing playbooks. Culture was
Of
the fourth one.
performance.
Did we
Yes.
talk about that?
Yep. Culture performance we just talked about was
Okay,
the
so
fourth.
all right, so that was all part of that. All right, just want to make sure
Right.
we weren't missing one.
Yeah,
And now the
absolutely.
last one, yeah.
Yeah, and then the fifth is growing profits and cash flow. And one of the things for me that has become clear, and it's been somewhat of an evolution of thought for me in full transparency, but I find that most entrepreneurs and even most business coaches and a lot of the systems that are out there look at profit and cash flow as a result of you doing everything else right. And in theory, I accept that, but I also think in practice that it's intellectually lazy to say that. I think to truly build an elite organization, you have to be intentional and proactive about things you have within your control that will help you grow profits and cash flow. Because if you believe in your purpose, that's the fuel you put back in the engine. And if you treat it as a byproduct, that's exactly what it will be. And that's all it will ever be. So we work with the companies. And this is another reason that for me, it was very important that all of our partners and guides have to have had full P&L accountability. They have to have been a president, CEO, or owner, and preferably an owner, because we've got to be willing to look at things like our pricing strategy. Are we, on our cost of goods sold, are we really negotiating hard to pick up another 0.5% in gross margin, or are we accepting what we accept and trying to work to it?
Yeah.
Cash conversion cycles, are we really studying and looking at how we improve our cash conversion cycles? There are so many different things that we can look at. Are we taking time to understand what Jim Collins talked about in Good to Great, our profit per X, and that one economic ratio that drives our economic engine? And are we making decisions around it and constantly trying to optimize that ratio? And so I think the organizations that take that seriously, they find significant amounts of profit and cash flow simply by being more analytical and focused without having to spend operating expenses to go get it. And the more we do that, the more we can invest in A players, the more we can invest in great training systems, the more we can invest in great software and tools and technologies to help people help their jobs become easier, also to help us reach more people, to do greater things. And so I just think it's intellectually lazy to not be obsessed about how we do that. And at the end of the day, if you don't have any profit, you can't fulfill a purpose. If you have no profit, there's no payroll. You can't treat it like it's a bad word.
Right.